So today we're going to be doing a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation about point P, which is going to be right here. The things you're going to need today are going to be a pen or pencil. We're going to need a compass, and we are also going to need a protractor. So you're going to need three things today. So to begin, we want to carefully read our directions. Please notice we're rotating the triangle ABC counterclockwise 90 degrees about point P. So if we're going counterclockwise, we are moving in this direction. So ideally our figure is going to start here and we're going to rotate this way. So notice that we're starting at point P. There's a few ways to do this, but we're going to start by using our straight edge. We are going to draw a single line from point P to our first vertice, point A. I'm going to create one line there, and I'm going to take the center of my compass and I'm going to place that over point P. I want to ensure that the line I just created overlays perfectly at the T created in the compass. Once I do this, I can then start by making my angle of rotation. So my angle of rotation here, according to our directions, is going to be 90 degrees. I'm going to create a small notch here so that I can connect to point P. When I do this, I will have a 90-degree angle. Okay, so that's going to be our angle of rotation. So now that I've done this, I want to take my compass, or I'm sorry, my protractor, and I want to put, there's 2 points. So I want to put the pointy part here, and I want to put my pencil, or if you have a pen in yours, at the vertice that I'm going to rotate. When I do this, you want to hold a steady hand so that when you make your rotation, you are going to hold the same distance. Once I've rotated, you'll notice that your arc has now intercepted with the line you created using your protractor. This is now going to be your new image, and we're going to call that A prime. So what you've seen so far is that I've taken point A of my pre-image, I've rotated it 90 degrees, and mapped it on to A prime. I'm going to do this with each point, and that will allow me to transfer all of my vertices so that I can then connect and we will have our final image. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to connect point P to vertice B. Okay, so now that I've done that, again, I want to create another 90-degree angle for my angle of rotation. Again, I want to make sure everything lines up beautifully. I'll make my notch for my 90-degree mark. I'll connect that so that I now have an angle of 90 degrees that is going to connect with point B. Now that I've done this, I'm going to go and grab my compass. My pencil is going to be on vertice B, and the pointy part, or where we're going to hinge about, is going to be at point P, or our point of rotation. I'm going to turn my compass until it intersects my angle. Once I've done that, let's mark that, and we're going to call this B prime. We're going to annotate that by what looks like an apostrophe. Okay, so I have 2 of my 3 points mapped so far. We're going to do our last one. So again, I am going to connect point P, my point of rotation, to point C, the vertice we want to rotate. So this is our last one. Again, point P is going to go in the circle of my protractor. I'm going to annotate where 90 degrees is. Okay, now I'm going to connect the little mark we just made and point P. Okay, so now I've created a 90-degree angle that we're going to use to rotate point C. Again, I'm going to grab my compass. Pointy part is going in point P. My pencil is going to go in point C. Now you'll notice that it may be easier for you to rotate your paper than to rotate your hand and your compass. So for our last point, let's do that. So I'm going to begin to turn, until where I would have intersected with my angle. So notice here, I did not indeed intersect with my angle, so I'm going to have to extend that so I can find a point of intersection. All right, we've done that. So now I can annotate this as C prime for my image. Now that I have my 3 points, I want to use a straight edge to connect those to show my image, A prime, B prime, C prime, which will be a triangle that has now been rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise. And the big reveal for your viewing pleasures. So red was our pre-image. So your image before you perform your transformation, and the purple triangle is going to be your image or after your transformation. Thanks so much for watching.